Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good. How have you been?
I'm doing great also. And sorry for I was busy with another session, so that's why I got late.
Okay, so how many sessions do you take?
That conversation was from my subscriber side, and she wants to have a session for her channel, so that's why.
Okay,
So,
so we are
I use only one session actually, and hardly three sessions in a week. That's all.
right. So we are connecting for the first time. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course, sure. Why not? So as you know, my name is Mahima Shukla, and I'm connecting from Uttar Pradesh, UP. And as for my academics, so I have completed my bachelor's. Currently, I'm pursuing my master's in English literature. As for my hobbies, so I'm a voracious reader and a travel enthusiast. So that's a bit about me.
Okay, so you have a channel, right? You have a YouTube channel. What is the channel about? What kind of content do you post over there? And what is the name of your channel, most importantly?
My channel name is Begin with Billy, and
Begin
it's
with?
Liebe, Liebe, Begin with Billy. So I embarked on my YouTube journey. It's been 5 months I have completed, and I post their conversation videos, sometimes my solo videos. So yeah, related English conversations.
Okay, so mostly do you post like long format or YouTube shorts?
Long form. Actually, I feel monotonous to make a YouTube shorts. I don't know why.
Okay, that's great to hear about
Yeah.
you.
And
So
what about you?
yeah, my name is Shreyoshi. I'm from West Bengal, Kolkata, actually. And I'm a teacher on this platform.
Where do you live? Because I was born in Kolkata and often come in Kolkata.
Okay, I stay in Newtown.
New town, okay. Actually, I whenever I come Kolkata, my lot of relatives lives in Kolkata, and I also used to live. So we live near to Baspa, Ruby, and Acropolis Mall. You must know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's a 5 minute walking distance from there.
yeah. Okay. So do you have anything specific in mind to talk about?
Mm,
Or should we
yes, I
just,
can. Yeah, no, no. Of course, from a learner point of view, I have a couple of questions to ask because you are a trainer here. It's okay. So my first question is to you. As you are a trainer and you must interact with so many students like on a daily basis, and every individual has a different level and different, um, I can say criteria. Of course, like you give feedback just based off that learner if there's a beginner and intermediate writer, correct? So what do you suggest for a beginner? From there they can start their English journey if anyone is struggling with the speaking part.
okay, I think firstly, as of beginners, one should learn their grammars very well. Like tense, I think it's very important. Tense and preposition. For any beginner, one should start with these things, right? And like if they focus on it, the sentence structure or the formation would be, I think 60% would be covered or done with it. And then apart from it, I think for English, the more you speak, the more fluent you get. So if there is any environment for them to speak in English at home or elsewhere, they can try to speak as much to build confidence and fluency.
Correct, ma'am. And I find actually, like as talk about myself, so I also completed my entire schooling, my graduation itself in Hindi. So I started like learning this language. First, I practice tenses, as you mentioned that. And when I thought like, okay, now I have a better understanding about tenses, then I started like a speaking part because without tenses is like a foundation in this language, right?
Yeah.
So no one can speak. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. The tenses should be covered first because in beginners, like I also teach at an offline institute, okay, apart from this platform. So what I notice in there as well, that learners mix up their tenses a lot. Sometimes they're using past tense, sometimes present tense. So if one doesn't have a clear idea of tenses, sentence structure or formation would not be correct.
Hmm. Correct. And most of the people get confused using verbs actually. So, like English itself has a many nuances, I can say that.
Right. Yeah. So what are your ideas on this question that you asked?
As I mentioned that I started my journey just by watching videos. And later on, I started like a speaking. But when the moment I started my English speaking practice, I didn't get involvement at all. So what I used to do, I was recorded my video. I was doing practice front of mirror. So this kind of technique,
Mm.
because we all feel very conscious while speaking to someone when we are new, right? When we are learning new language. So it's better to actually we can do self practice is the best way. And once you start feeling comfortable with this language, then you can start interacting with others on a various platform out there, right? Which we can use as a free of cost.
Right.
Right. So like what I wanted, huh? So like according to you, what is the best way, like to learn English fast? Like there are many people who say like I want to learn English within 6 months and 3 months. So is this possible?
I think that one should not hurry while learning something, because it will just put extra pressure on them and they might not succeed in it. Okay, so I don't think you should be hurrying in learning something. So take your time. Like, everybody has their own learning capacity and their own space, right? So one should not compete or compare themselves with others and be in any rush to learn English. So take your own time. If it is not in 6 months, it will be in 1 year. So that's how I think.
Yeah. So and what about the shadowing practice? It's really trending nowadays, right? So what's your take on it, this?
Like, are you talking about like imitating or?
Yeah, it's like a like it's imitating what people has, people have given this new name to this shadowing, right?
Right. I mean, it just depends. If you are an intermediate, like if you have crossed the beginner stage, if you're now intermediate to advanced. So I think now you can, if you want, you can do it. Not something that I am very fond of, but I think it just depends.
Mhm. But it's happened with me, whenever I try to do shadowing, I forget. My whole focus is just watching the video.
Yeah, it happens. Like, multitasking is not everybody's cup of tea, that you listen and they remember and then speak like them. So,
Yeah. And do you like my watching a web series or English movies?
yeah,
Means why?
definitely. I'm all into English movies, web series, everything.
I also like actually. I don't watch movies because uh, it's just going to end within a 2 hours, right? And the next time again, it's a struggle to find a good movie. Okay, and I can't watch 2 hours straight in a one sit. So that's why I often watch web series because every web series I can say has many seasons, and every season has a multiple episodes. So it just pick one good web series, and it's a 6 months material you have.
So, what genre are you into, or what latest web series have you watched recently?
Uh, Recently, I have completed, I can say, one web series, 13 Reasons Why. I watched
Yeah,
that.
I've also watched 13 Reasons Why, but not recently. I think I finished it 2 to 3 years back.
Okay, and Gossip Girls, Manifestation. These are the web series I have watched so far. And currently, I'm watching Dynasty. Dynasty, if I'm pronouncing right, I'm not sure. So, did you watch that?
No, I'm not aware of it actually.
You should watch it. It's available on Netflix. It's amazing. So far, I have completed only one season there, but it's amazing. like
Okay.
definitely you can.
In
Yeah.
web series, I've watched like 13 Reasons Why first that you mentioned. I watched Friends, it's a sitcom, right? And then I watched Sex Education. It's also quite funny, I think. I watched it. So, yeah.
Most of the Suits also, it's one of the best, I can say,
Yeah,
web.
yeah, yeah. There's so many. Like, there's also Big Bang Theory. I started with Big Bang Theory, but I found it too nerdy for me, so I left it.
Mhm. And you know what? Like I started watching web series just for like improve my communication, right? And earlier when I started, I used to imitate. But nowadays when I watch, my whole focus just enjoying a web series. I forget about why I started watching web series at the first place. So this is my situation.
Yeah, but
So
I would say that I learned so many vocabs actually from just watching web series or movies, anything. So it's also win-win.
so how do you notice actually? Take example when you so much indulge or just only watching and enjoying, right? So whenever you get across any new word, so just write and there you stop and then you write it on how like you incorporate those
No,
words.
I don't actually write it like when I'm watching something and I come across a new word. So obviously the first thought is, what does it mean? Like, I don't know. If I don't know the meaning of the word, I cannot understand it. Actually, nowadays we don't need a dictionary. So I just Google it. I know the meaning. I try to form one or two sentences in my own head with the word. So it just gets like, eventually I understand it. I don't actually write it down. I think I should, but I don't.
Then I have a very interesting question related to that only. Like there are many learners who literally find very difficulties to retain words, whatever like I learned maybe 10 words yesterday, right? And today if someone asks, so I'm not able to, I can say
Recall.
remember 8 words, right? So what is the best, I can say, method to incorporate vocabularies in our conversation, or how we can vocabularies?
Yeah, definitely. If you're learning like 10, 15 words in a day, it is not possible for you to remember without writing it out. So, for beginners or intermediate learners, you should always jot down any new words and like you have to keep revising them. I think 2 to 3 times you have to keep revising them. And when you're having conversation in daily life or with anybody, try to incorporate them in your sentences. Okay. Another thing you can do is when you learn something new and you think that you might forget it, it might happen, right? So you can go and teach it to somebody. You can go and teach it to your parents as well, right? So it just, I think it is something that works for me. If I teach something to somebody, I just feel responsible to remember it. So I don't know if it works for anybody else, but it did for me.
Okay, then I don't know how it is going to work for me.
Yeah.
I'm also find difficulties actually. I can say have a good number of vocabularies, and which is I jotted down in my notebook. But when it's come to using those words in my conversation, so I can say I still struggle.
Right. So I think it will happen eventually. Like, or if you find it difficult to incorporate those words in your sentences, you can build your own sentences with those words, right? Like 4 or 5 sentences you can speak using that word. So you'll get a hang of it.
Right. And sometimes I can say we don't get the right context to use those words.
Exactly.
If
Yeah.
Yeah, if we don't practice new words which we are learning nowadays, and if we don't get opportunity to practice in a conversation, so I can say it's a maximum chances there we are going to forget those words.
Yeah. And also, like you mentioned, you will have to have the context in which you can use it. You cannot use it randomly while having a conversation with someone else. So in cases like that, just form sentences in your own mind or write out some sentences using that word. So memorize it like that as well, I guess.
Right, I can say that correct. It's a reality. Okay, and Like what do you enjoy actually? Like I know as you are a trainer, so you hardly get time to practice for yourself. But whenever you get time, so what do you do to, of course, polishing your English?
I think I try to learn idioms a lot because during my entire school life, I did not know any idioms. Our school did not teach us any idioms or any phrasal verbs as such. These are the things I learned after I completed my school, during my college life, I would say. And I'm still learning. So I think I try to learn new idioms, new phrasal verbs. Some phrasal verbs are quite confusing, so I try to learn them as much.
Hmm, right. Did you complete your entire schooling and graduation in English medium?
Yeah, yeah, everything.
Mhm. Is there any, I can say, difference? Like there are many people who come from an non-English medium background, and they says like I have learned English after my graduation. So, what do you think? Is there some major difference we can see that?
Yeah, definitely. I think I teach all Bengali medium students, like in the institute where I teach. So I definitely see a difference, but the difference is much less when they're still in school. Like the school students, they can easily grasp it more than people who have already completed college, right? So there's obviously a difference, but it's all about your practice at the end of the day. The more you speak, the more you practice. You can speak like a native speaker as well, no matter what background you come from.
Yeah, there was a time when I started learning this language. I also used to blame to my schooling, and sometimes I thought of like if I had done my schooling from English medium, so I would have a good command over this language. So, but it's okay.
But now it doesn't seem like, as we are speaking, it doesn't seem like that you do not belong from an English medium school. So that is what I'm saying. It all comes down to your own self, like how much you practice.
Yeah, and it's just the absurd things actually. If we blame the situation all the time, why didn't we study? And to our parents or to environments, everything is like in your hand. If you want, you can create your own environment. That I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so I think today we have almost come to the end of our session. I'd say that
But I
it
didn't
was,
realize actually I am interacting with you, the first time. Seriously, it was
yes,
nice speaking with
we
you.
have like so much to, even like we have so much to talk about more. I'd say today was just the beginning. I hope we get a
Right.
session again.
Of course, definitely. I look forward to connecting with you again. And have a nice day ahead.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Thank you, and bye bye.
Bye bye.